Hello. Welcome. I am the Real Blue Dragon, and this is something special. Over a year ago now, at time of recording, I did a playthrough of Shining in the Darkness for the Sega Mega Drive, or Sega Genesis, depending on where you live. That is one of my all-time favourite 16-bit RPGs. This is the successor to that game, and I find it to be better in almost every way. This is Shining the Holy Ark for the Sega Saturn, and this game is really cool. And I'm hoping this is going to go as well as that playthrough of Shining in the Darkness did. Now, I'll let you know, I am recording this at 50 frames a second. This is the PAL version of the game, and it is being recorded progressive scan at full 50 frames a second. Minor difference to how I've been recording my console footage lately. It turns out my all-powerful, wonderful, can-do-nothing-wrong capture card, my Magewell capture card, turns out I found a match for it. It turns out the Magewell is not a fan of progressive scan coming from a Sega Saturn. I've thrown everything else at that thing, interlaced and progressive scan, and it handles it no problem. Whenever I throw a RGB progressive scan signal at it from my Saturn, it goes nuts. It can't seem to figure out where the horizontal boundaries are of the image, and it's just constantly jittering around. It can't seem to lock onto the incoming signal, so I've had to route my Saturn through the FrameMeister, and that seems to have fixed it. The FrameMeister seems to have done a good job of converting the RGB signal into something the Magewell can look at without flickering and jittering. But one minor problem is that the FrameMeister doesn't handle on-the-fly resolution changes too well, and the Saturn is a console that loves to do that. I feel like almost every single game for the system, at some point, the resolution will change to display a different screen or cutscene or a menu or something, and you may see a brief flicker. The screen might turn blue for a couple of seconds before the FrameMeister reacquires the resolution, so that might happen a little bit. If it does, please don't panic. Anyway, without further ado, let's go. Also, the Saturn might die. If that happens, I have multiple Sega Saturns in backup. Yep, see, it'll do that. The screen will flash blue whenever the resolution changes. Now, I haven't played this game for a long time. I think it's been about at least 5 years since I last played this game.
Sonic Software Planning.
Good old Sonic Software Planning, long gone. Intriguing. Yeah, this is Shining the Holy Ark, originally released in Japan in 1996 and then brought to Europe and America in 1997. This is a cool game. It is much more ambitious in scope than Shining in the Darkness was. So here's our main character, Arthur, or we're going to rename him to Blue. End of name. Like a lot of old Sega RPGs, this game does not have the best localization. He's the only character name we're going to change. This game has a much larger number of cutscenes than Shining in the Darkness did. Shining in the Darkness only had a small handful. So these three are our main characters. Forte, the wizard, Melody the mage, and Blue, who is your standard big sword swinging melee hero type. Looks like we're after somebody called Roddy, or Rhodey. I'm going to go with Roddy. Now, those two characters they mentioned, Lisa and Basso, we will be meeting them later. Thanks, guys. You really know how to make a guy feel wanted. Alright, here we go then. So this is the first dungeon of the game. Let's say no. Alright then, I guess I'll take point. Anyway, before we enter this mine, we're going to quickly go back outside again. Oh, come on. Okay, so I guess we won't be able to leave the mine until after we achieve this objective first. Okay, because there was something just outside the mine's entrance that we could get, but I guess we're not going to do that yet. Alright then, so first major gameplay improvement over Shining in the Darkness, you have a map. That's right, you have a map with you at all times. No longer do you need to buy single-use items in order to view your map. Now it's just with you at all times. It's the best. Gone are the days of drawing on graph paper. So, and the map will update as you explore the dungeon. You can look up and left and right. So I'm just holding down the X button on the controller, and the character will basically move his head from side to side. Now if I hold down the Y button, it'll do the same but up and down. Looks a bit silly. These guys are going to guard certain parts of the dungeon until you do something. So, and in order to talk to them, I'm pressing the C button on the controller. You'll find that in this game, your party members play a much bigger role in the story than they did in Shining in the Darkness, where they kind of had their one little cutscene when they first joined, and then they kind of just stayed quiet for the rest of the game. In this game, they very much have a much more cinematic role, you could say. Especially Forte. Straight ahead, apparently. Alright, so it's in there. Okay. So, we all start out at level 1. Let's see, what have we got on us? Just like Shining in the Darkness, all our characters have separate inventories. And unfortunately, just like Shining in the Darkness, equipping a piece of equipment doesn't remove it from your pockets. Which I still think doesn't make any sense. Like I said, how can you wear a helmet and keep it in your pockets at the same time? Anyway, I believe the main character will learn some magic at some point, but that doesn't happen till later in the game. Melody only knows Cure, or Heal, and Forte has some fire magic. Right, okay. We will be getting many more party members in this game than we did in Shining in the Darkness. Shining in the Darkness, it was just the 3 of us. It was just you, Milo, and Pyra. In this game, you get quite a few more. Okay. So you can, if you want, have this game play on auto. You can literally set all of the AI, you can literally set all of the characters to automatic, except you for some reason. I thought you could do that. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm pretty sure you could just set the entire party. Maybe they don't let you do it until later. Maybe for this part of the game they're like, no, you need to play this bit. Maybe that's what they're doing. Alright, customize. Message speed. Basically how quickly the text draws on screen. Let's go with fast. Window type. Not like that one. Window colour. I'm quite partial to aquamarine, which is like a combination of green and blue. Turquoise even. Frame colour. Let's keep the frame colour gold. Tell you what, no, let's go for a fully opaque window style, mono stereo. Let's keep stereo. Awesome. Come on. Alright, let's do this. Roddy, you here? Show yourself. Whoops. Shall we leave quietly if we ask nicely? Let's say yes. Oh, okay. Oh well, I think I chose the wrong one. I think the context of that choice was, you know, are you not going to leave if I asked nicely? Oh well, I wanted to see what the others would said if I, you know, but I think I chose the wrong one. Oh dear. First battle, Roddy, here we go. So, I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit. Oh my god, this game's loud. Okay. Minus 10 decibels, here we go. So you got standard attack, commands, which is basically auto and manual, retreat, which just gives your opponent a free turn basically, and substitute, which basically if you have more party members you can in the middle of battle swap them out, which is very useful, but I believe it does use up a turn. Alright, here we go. So we've got defend, magic, item, and fight. Blue has no magic, so we're just going to have him slash. Melody, we're going to have her fight as well, since her only magic is heal. And Forte, we're going to have him use blaze. This game has great music. Oh shit, god damn. Well, Melody's dead. That's a great start. Oh no, illusions. As you can see, the magic effects in this game are much more dynamic and cutscene-like than they were in Shining in the Darkness. Things aren't going well. Forte's dead. And we've beaten him. We're interrupted by a spaceship crashing through the ceiling. And the cutscene continues. The hell is this place? What the fuck are we? It's like we're inside someone's eyeball. I really don't know what the effect is they're trying to go for here. Oh Christ. Alright then, so the spirits have oh, we are inside someone's eye. That's weird. Oh, that's a pain. I guess that means you're back at level 1 then, eh? Huh, how convenient. Alright then, so we're back. So we're back to Desire Mine now, but now we're in the basement. Alright, look around. Nothing around. So... okay. Okay, you can always tell when the console is loading up a random encounter because you hear the disc get read by the drive laser, and so I know as soon as I walk forward we're going to trigger a fight. So here we go. It's a ghost. Alright, let's do this. So, what does Rhodey have? Rhodey has Brutal Fire. Rhodey is pretty good at both physical attacks and magic. Hang on, I'm struggling to find the optimal volume setting for this game. Every time I think it gets quiet, I put it up, and then something gets loud again. So I'm like, I'll have Brody just fight. Melody has nothing but healing, so we're just going to go with fighting thing. One thing about this game is that the enemies animate really well. Unlike in Shining in the Darkness, where they didn't really have many frames of animation at all. Sometimes none. There would just be a static image that would kind of wiggle around a little bit. In this game, however, they are fully animated, which is a cool thing. Where am I going? Okay, I'm going down. What's this way? Okay. Just checking to see how the map draws in. Alright, it draws in chunks, it seems. Warning! Shall we go this way? Let's go this way. Oh, we can't go this way, it's boarded up. Right, we've got bats. love the noise that the enemies make when you kill them. They just put this weird guttural scream. All of them do it. It's quite jarring. Okay. And that's that way. Alright then, so we're heading this way. Uh-oh, hind beetle. Fuck him up. I've just heard the drive get red again, so wherever we go, we're going to activate a battle. So, where are we? We're here. Go this way first. Here we go, zombie. I think zombies are weak to fire magic, so... They're not that weak. Oh, I'm paralysed. That's not good. Sucks. There is a chance of activating a special move occasionally. It's like the equivalent of a critical hit, you could say. And I've gained a level. Sick. Okay. This one might be this one. I'm trying to remember. Might be the next one up. Yep. Okay, this game's got hidden items. Unlike Shining in the Darkness, where all the items were hidden in chests, this game does the bullshit Shining Force thing, where it'll just hide items in perfectly normal-looking walls. So, speaking of herbs, we're going to use a couple. Awesome. Okay. Nope, don't care. Okay, here comes a battle. Another zombie. Here we go. So, hit him, hit him, hit him. Roddy with another critical hit. Please don't paralyse anyone. It's a pain in the ass. Luckily for us, levelling up does in fact nullify any status effect. May have been put on us, so... Oh, here comes another one. 3 hind beetles, not an issue. Hind beetle, it went berserk. That's a way of saying its attack has gone up. So they can buff themselves, it seems. Ooh. The treasure chests in this game are small. Alright. Okay. Possessions. Equip. Who shall we give the iron circlet to? What's the iron circlet do? Head armor. Cannot give. Okay, cannot wear this. This seems something that only Melody can wear. So, also like this equipment screen, it's very clear about what part of your body this item goes on, which is very helpful. Okay, so give. You also get way more inventory slots in this game than you do in Shining in the Darkness, which is very nice. Yes, please. Oh, wait. What was Melody wearing before? Should find out. Just. Okay, that will actually lower her defense now. We want her to have the iron circlets. That'll help her defense a little bit. Okay. Oh, battle coming up. Roddy might want a herb. This game's a little bit less grindy than Shining in the Darkness as well. You get less, it's less time between level ups, I feel. You can sprint in this game, so if I double tap forward on the D-pad, you get the speed lines. Some parts of the game do require you to sprint, so it's a useful skill to know about. So exit that way, but then we could also go this way. Roddy and Melody should be levelling up soon as well. Oh, fuck you. Dodge that. Ah, touche. You've shown off for the first time our critical hit. No one is levelling up yet, though. 40 gold coins! My goodness. Don't spend them all at once. Alright, let's go. But first we've got to stab this lone bat. How long until people level up? Oh wait, no. Wrong one. Hang on. 31, 12, 4. Okay, Melody's almost there. Where am I? I'm here. Let's check this jar. It's a big empty open area. Interesting. Not much going on here though. Oh, we've got a bat and a ghost. This game does the same thing as Shining in the Darkness. It groups types of enemies. So you're not attacking an individual enemy unless its specific type, only one appears of its specific type. So if I was say fighting 2 bats and 1 ghost, you wouldn't be able to choose between the bats. You would just be able to select the group of bats. But because we've got 2 separate types of enemies, we can choose between them. Motherfucker! Oh, dodgy. Finish him off. Okay, Melody, level 2. Nice. Since we're here, let's have Melody use some magic on Roddy. $40 gold coins. Whoop. Ah, tricky. Alright. On the move. This way. Yep. Wait. No, it's just a... Alright, we've got another zombie. The critical attacks, by the way, are just dice rolls. There is no way to affect the chance of one manually. This is not Mario Brothers Superstar Saga. It's not like you can tap the A button at a precise moment to increase the chance of a special. It's just dice rolls, if anyone's wondering. Finally. And we've got a herb. Good. What? I keep accidentally walking into walls. Exit. Danger. Clearly we want to go into this area. Warning rather, not danger. Okay. No issue. Fuck 'em up. Dropped a herb. Good. Ah, finally. Upwards direction. Right, so now we're back on the first floor, which is good. Now this unassuming brick wall, or rock wall, rather, is hiding something. This is our very first little helper. A succubus named Murin. Now these little creatures, there's 5 types. There's leprechauns, succubi, incubi, fairies and pixies, I believe. And they will help you in battle. They also have... Holy shit, that's right. They also have other effects as well. So, how do I explain this? So, when an enemy first appears on screen, the direction it comes from, so if it comes from the left side, the right side, from below, from above you, or behind you, above and behind are treated as the same thing, and just from in front of you. As long as you've got the correct type of little helper selected, they can actually perform an initial attack. So if we encounter an enemy that comes from the left hand side of the screen, and I time the button press correctly, the little succubus we just picked up will attack for us before the battle starts. Nope. See, they came from the right, not the left, so she couldn't do anything for us. Critical hit. When Melody performs a critical hit, she doesn't do extra damage, she just heals herself a little bit, which is fine. Are we going the right way? Nope, we're going to back up a little bit. I want to try and do these dungeons as efficiently as possible, so I do have little maps open. I just want to make sure I'm not going to miss any items. Or get turned around. Okay. Yeah, now we want to go this way. What's in here? A leather glove. Okay. Speaking of items, let's do some equipping. You've got nothing. Can't use, so let's give this glove to someone else. Give the glove to Roddy. Yes, please. Shining in the Darkness... No, sorry, not Shining Dark. Shining the Holy Ark. That's the game. Was the second Shining game released for the Saturn. The first one is Shining Wisdom, which is I guess you could call it a Zelda clone. It's basically somebody trying to replicate the style of Zelda: A Link to the Past. It's not terrible. It's okay. It's definitely not. It's definitely not my favourite Shining game, but some people seem to like it. Dodge. Come on. Got him. Suck a dick, zombie. Alright. We've got a herb. Sick. We've just got nothing. Oh well. No. Still haven't encountered anything that came from the left yet. I will show off these damn little helpers, but just hit him. Go. Finish him off. Okay, where are we? We are... That's a cave in. Yeah. That cave, that rock is blocking the way out, so we've got to go another way. Make sure I don't take a wrong turn here. Ah, crap. I could have... Ah, that bat. Oh well, we missed our opportunity. Again, the timing sometimes can be quite tight. Fuck him up, Roddy. And we're at level 3. Yep. I think there's an exit just ahead, so not much longer. Just want to fill in the map. Yeah, fuck him up, succubi. Yeah, 9 points of damage. Yeah, see, so the more pixies or little helpers you get a bigger gold bonus at the end of the fight. So it comes in very useful. And we have an exit. Sick. Alright, and this is where we entered the mine. This is it. We're out now. Now there is some extra stuff in there that I would like to get before we leave. But before we do that, let's just go over here to this extremely ordinary looking wall that looks like it has absolutely nothing strange about it, and just hit the C button. We get our next little pixie. A leprechaun named Dana. Alright, now we have two types of pixies. Leprechauns will attack enemies that attack you from below. So if anything comes up through the ground, which does happen, leprechauns will take care of it. Also, all the leprechauns in this game are extremely buff. Alright, quickly go back in and pick up some of this stuff. So yeah, that rock that we saw earlier is here. That's also the point where we saw one of the soldiers standing. Whoop. Oh wait. Oh, that's not good. It's blocked. Crap! That's a bugger. It's nothing important, is it? I don't think it's anything important. Nah, it's just a herb. I think. Yeah, it's just a herb. Who cares about herbs? Whatever. Anyway. That was Desire Mine. The first dungeon of the game. Done! So I'm going to go back to the nearest village and we'll save, and that'll be the end of the video. We get a proper little world map and everything. This is a cool game. Oh shit, was I... Oh, I thought I was selecting a location, I forgot. I've got to move in with the D-pad first. Okay. There we go. Desire Village. And here we are, to our first village of the game, Desire Village. I think there are 3 or 4 different towns in this game. That's the shop. That's the blacksmith. Oh, this way to the church. The church is in its own separate little area. Hey, little boy. Oh no. Got our first little side quest. And talk to all the people in the church. Just like the previous game, you heal and save. No, not heal. You can revive dead party members and save your game at churches and shrines. The Holy Church of Desire. Well, that's weird. It's a bit of a weird name for a church, don't you think? Again, like the previous game, revive, cure. I don't think you could change class in the previous game. I think class changing is new. I think the class change, I can't remember actually. Did Shining in the Darkness have class changing? Maybe it did. I don't remember. I don't think it did though. Yeah, it brings the class changing mechanic from Shining Force. And record or save. Yes, it is. We're going to save to both the system and the cartridge. Please don't disturb. It's a good way of saying it. Yes, please. Yep. Save one more time for me. No. And that's it. Anyway, that is the first part of this new Shining the Holy Ark series. I hope you enjoy it.
Software planning.
I know I will. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.